Okay.
So tell me a little bit about why you all decided to have an event like this specifically at this church.
We all know what's going on right now. It's a battle against racism. It's a battle against hate. It's really not a battle against black versus white. It's against good versus evil. So we just felt like getting a whole bunch of people together, praying over the nation, it'll really bring a change.
I saw the video of George Floyd first, and then my dad sent it to me like 5-10 minutes after. I couldn't even get through it. It was just sickening to watch. As soon as I saw that, I knew that I definitely wanted to take action and use my platform to spread awareness of what's happening. First, there was the protest in Minneapolis, and that's where I'm originally from. I wanted to go up there so bad. But once I heard they were throwing one in Nashville, I instantly jumped out of bed and went and told my mom and dad and said, I gotta be there. The protest was on Saturday, seeing people of all different races just coming together and across the country, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. And then Tuesday, organized a cleanup at the City Hall. It's just what God was telling me to do. I have a huge platform, and God gave me that platform not to use it to focus on myself, but to focus on spreading God's word and then spreading awareness of what's going on in the world.
Hey, are you coming to the thing tonight? I'm having an event here, like 5 to 8. A little prayer thing, yeah, at the church.
Yeah, Marcus.
Tonight's super important because we're in a really tough time in the world with a whole bunch of things, mainly the battle versus racism. And I just feel like the only way to truly heal our nation is just time with God and then praying over it. And then hopefully a lot of people come. So the more the merrier. God says when you gather 2 or more in the room, then his presence will come. So just hoping it's gonna be a big turnout. But either way, we're gonna do everything we can to heal our nation.
The move to Nashville has been fairly easy. You know, we had our basketball set up in LA with certain trainers. Coincidentally, my boy Frank Robinson, really good friends with Jamal Richardson, him and Spencer Richardson, his cousin. They happen to be 2 of the best trainers, you know, across the country.
All right, ready, catch and shoot. Be shot ready. Go, play. Good, shot ready. That is up, yes sir, come on. Wide open, like that. Pass. Anytime you go, you gotta make a pass. Go, get there, come on. Good. Up. Come on, get underneath the ball. Get underneath.
There we go.
Thank you, here we go. Let's go. Kick to him.
Really wanted to just kind of focus in on just being able to catch and shoot out of a stationary position, but also catch and shoot on the move. Being able to move without the ball, just working on getting the spots on the floor. We want to be efficient with our movement, not having to over-dribble, not having to overdo things, but just learning how to get to where we need to get to and being able to just rise up and make shots.
I got 4 in a row right here.
arguably one of the most talented kids I've ever seen play. I think his ability to be unpredictable. I mean, you just don't know what he's going to do, so that makes him, pretty much unguardable. If I had to compare him to anyone, I compare him to Kyrie Irving. It's unpredictable. His feel for the game is phenomenal. And he's got a bright future ahead of him. So, just only for him being a junior, I can only imagine what's going to happen and how he's going to, project when he gets older.
We got DePaul was my first, Arizona State, Arizona, Fresno State, Georgetown, Michigan, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio State, Vanderbilt, Kansas, Tennessee State, Florida State, UCLA, Texas Tech, Memphis, and Oregon. So those are schools I've offered so far. Surprisingly, me and Zizi have never played on the same team before. Like, we played on the same team, but he would usually play up because he's younger, and he wouldn't get in the game at the same time as me. So this is actually like our first time playing on court together, so it's gonna be super exciting.
It's great because we train every day together, and it's been a while since we played with each other, so just getting to play with each other again is gonna be fun. And last time we played with each other, we weren't near as good as we are now, so it's gonna be a movie.
Same shot, same shot. There we go. Yes, sir.
Transition from LA to Tennessee, it was super easy. We moved during the quarantine. It was like a 3-day drive. And then just coming out here, already knowing people, making new friends, it's been really good. My mom, she grew up in Minnesota, and then my dad played for the Minnesota Vikings, so they ended up meeting there. My dad from Ocala, Florida. Him and Dante Culpepper, they're cousins. They've grown up their whole entire life, and I think it's dope that they played on the same high school team, same college team, and same NFL team. I thought they should have made a movie on that, but he played behind Randy Moss. He was a wide receiver. He had a pretty good career, but then in 2004, he broke his back and he had to retire.
This 2003. This is my 3rd year in the league. I had changed my number by then. That's me right there, number 89. And then my cousin right here, Dante Culpepper. Kind of rare for family members to play on the same team. We play high school, college, and pro together. My brother also played professional football, and my brother Steve Rim. Yeah, man, this is a 2003 team. It was one of the dopest teams I've ever been a part of. Not the dopest. My high school team was the dopest, but it was a great experience, man. King, what's up? It impacted him greatly because it kind of hit home. He's from Minneapolis. His uncle's shop is right there in the thick of like ground zero for what happened. His granddad lived right in that area, and his 3 aunts, they live right there in that same area. So it impacted him greatly. He just felt like he needed to get out and inject change into society. A kid 16 years old using this platform to try to make change and try to help with social injustice. I mean, how can you not be proud?
Hey, hey, hey.
Ooh.
So where are we headed right now?
We headed to the gas station right now. No, I'm just playing. We headed to the church.
Tonight, the focus is to pray to heal our nation. So I know everything that's going on, but I feel like the only way, and just a time to bring everybody together. Pastor Anthony said, protests will change Washington, healthy conversation will change community, but prayer inside the household will change people. Really praying for our country, praying for healing.
And come out with that catty swag. I had to come out with that straight catty swag. What size you got? You got lots.
I've learned a lot about Skyy over the course of the time that I've been here, and he's been such a tremendous individual. He's been amazing as far as his growth, and he showed amazing leadership. So I'm a leader as well, and to have such a young kid that is willing to make such a big impact, that has a big influence on a lot of different things. So just being a part of this was a major key, and I look at Skyy like a younger brother now, just over the time that I've gotten to know him. So it was a necessity for me to be a part of this.
We got a few special guests. Covington, Darius, Garland, Mookie Betts, which is, y'all know who Mookie is.
Hey man, I was gonna say, you brought me from Lake. So absolutely. I can all the sports, that's all.
And so I feel like right now what we wanted to do was highlight light and not focus on all of the darkness that's going on right now. I think everybody's overwhelmed in darkness and hopelessness. And so just taking simple moments like this to bring everybody together. And basically how I've been feeling lately is let's not get bitter, let's get better.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Ooh, that's a word.
Like
That's a
that.
word. That's a word. I like that.
This definitely affected them. It affected them even more than I even imagined. And so I really encouraged him and Zizi to have a voice. That's what they wanted. They wanted to have a voice, and I just believed that that's what they should do.
Thank you, Lord, for bringing us all here together. It's truly a blessing just coming here, uniting a whole bunch of people of all races, religions, color. We just pray for healing in our nation right now. We truly have a lot going on with COVID, racism. This is really a battle versus good versus evil. And we just pray that you'll give us direction, and you'll bring God back in the houses, back in the schools, back in the presidency. And I just feel like, just keep guiding us.
As a mom, I'm overwhelmed to see them. First of all, it's just scary getting up there, and to see them have the courage to do that and how they're picking it up and they're going with it. They're not scared, they're not staying quiet.
It's like a hard thing to do to change the world, but I want to at least inspire somebody to change the world.
Prayer has done so much in my life. People don't understand the magnitude of everything that I've went through within the past year, and what brought me out of the place that I was in was prayer. Just a year ago, I wasn't the person that I am today until I sat up here and I gave my life to Christ. And through all that, I was able to change through everything that, because 2019 was by far the worst year of my life. I went through so much. I contemplated quitting what I love to do, which is basketball, because I was so far gone within my head and everything that was hitting me. I found myself through God, and I found myself through Christ. And through the power of prayer, I was able to change everything about me and get in tune with me and become a better person and individual. So, to see this, and be a part of this is amazing. I just want to thank you guys for, coming out and enjoying this with us, because moments like this, they're not talking about these type of moments because this is not what people want to see. But we want to make a conscious effort for us all to sit up here and do this. So I just want to say thank you guys again for coming out, and thank you for being a part of this with us.
I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the visual of having the police officers come out and then having Josh Graves pray over them with you guys there too. What did that moment mean to you, and what do you think that can symbolize?
It means a lot because my whole thing is love, peace, and unity, and you can't have any of that if everybody doesn't unite as one. No matter what job you work, no matter what your profession is, we all need to unite as one. There's only one race, and that's the human race, and we all came from the same creator.
My faith is everything. God is the reason why I'm put in the position I'm put in today, and He's the reason for everything. I know He has my journey already laid out, so whatever happens in life, I just take it and I accept it, and just knowing that God's gonna direct me in the right places.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. When I first thought of this idea, I was expecting like 20 people. But the amount of people that came is a blessing, for real. Just knowing that, you know, this is the start of a change, and to know that this many people are standing behind us. And I encourage everybody to spread what you learned to maybe people who haven't came, and just continue to carry yourself and show everybody what Christ's love looked like. That's it.
Good night.